Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Many thanks for keeping faith with us. Oshiomhole is definitely giving Nigeria some good vibes. Some of the vibes that Nigerians actually expect from Labour Party senators are actually coming very strongly from Oshiomhole. To think also that Oshiomhole is really speaking the minds of Nigerians, even though it is against his party notwithstanding. As he have decided, as usual, the comrade in him is beginning to speak up and is tackling Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, his minister on all their wonderful budget, quote and unquote. You're going to find out what it is he did in a moment, but before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You'll see that notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Please don't forget to like and share the video for better coverage. Now, according to the news, there is Uzoka, the Minister of Trade, Industry and Investment, came under heavy scrutiny when she appeared before some senators to defend her ministry's budget. Now, Uzoka was answering questions from the National Assembly Joint Committee on Trade and Investment about the 2024 budget proposal. Now, the minister told the joint panel that 905 million naira is earmarked for overhead costs, while 8.1 billion naira, I take that again, 8.1 billion naira is allocated to capital expenditure. Now, after presenting the figures in the budget, Oshiomhole, senator representing Edo North and a member of the committee, frowned at a line item which provides 1 billion naira for a single trip to Geneva, Switzerland. 1 billion naira for just a single trip to Geneva, Switzerland. And let me quote him word for word. He said, "I see that you intend to travel to Geneva next year and you have budgeted over 1 billion naira for that?" Oshiomhole asked. "We cannot keep going on with over-bloated terms on foreign trips. We can't keep going on with over-bloated teams on foreign trips. Use the experts we have in your offices in those countries to save costs." The lawmaker also asked the minister where the country's balance of trade stood, especially with China. Obi, now you do this one. Let's continue. "What is our balance of trade, especially with China?" I remember Peter Obi asked the same question when they went to COP28. Now, he said, "These countries imported things to Nigeria are expected to build factories in Nigeria." He said, "We have to take advantage of our population to grow our industry," Oshiomhole said. However, the minister told the joint panel that her ministry does not have such records. "Sir," I'm quoting her now. She said, "Sir, I regret to say that we seem to have no record of our balance of trade, or at least it does not exist in the ministry, and that is why we initiated a new unit called the Trade Intelligence Unit to ensure that such data are generated and stored," Uzoka said. Not satisfied with her response, Oshiomhole told the minister that he did not agree with her submission. I quote him, "No, madam, I do not agree that there is no data. Such data exists with the CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria. It exists with customs and other agencies," the former governor said. "Sit in your office and work for Nigerians. I have gone there twice. You are always in the BOI. If you prefer BOI, you should have declined the president nomination to be a minister. See entering." Now, in response, she said her office is under renovation, adding, I'll show you that I can work from anywhere and give Nigerians results. Wow, Adams Oshiomhole, you have shown that indeed you're obedient. Though you're not from Labour Party, you are clearly telling Nigerians that you have Nigerians at heart. Now, 1 billion naira to your law, now, make una fear God now, make una fear God. It's too much. Udoka, please now. How can you be putting 1 billion naira lori kene? She lori irono. How can you put 1 billion naira to travel to Geneva with overbloated team? That's the same question. Peter Obi asked. He said you are going the same kind of team, number of team that China is going with. Yes, China is a big country. It has population, but they're also matching their population with production. We are just matching our population with importation, and that's why we're having deficits everywhere. And he's telling her, look for experts in that Switzerland. Don't bring anybody. Move like Peter Obi to your law. He didn't need to tell her that, but it's literally because Peter Obi is talking. They're also listening. They're reading what Peter Obi is saying. In fact, if Peter Obi doesn't talk, they may not have direction. God bless Peter Obi for always talking, because in Peter Obi talking, he's giving them direction how to lead. And Oshiomhole, as a sharp man, is also taking cue by saying, why are you going with overbloated team? Look for people in Switzerland, Geneva there, and use them. You don't need to go with plenty people. 1 billion. Are you going with the whole of Nigeria? And he's saying, okay, it's okay. What's your data? I said, how can a country as big as this? I said, there's no data. So what are you working with? Are you saying that the country itself, people, when they enter there, they all loot and clean data? And there was something written about it. And he said, look, you don't understand. You just sit in your office and you just make claims. Go to customs. Remember, Adams Oshiomhole was an NLC, Nigerian Labour Congress comrade, the president of NLC one time. You understand the dynamics. He was two-time governor of Edo State. So he understands some of these things, how they bring information on his table, and he knows exactly what agency that will get what at particular time. So to a great extent, Adams Oshiomhole is bringing his expertise and experience into the fore, and honestly, I'm enjoying him. Even though, imagine if Adams Oshiomhole was an opposition member, he would have tackled Tinubu real good. But he just, trying not to get too, but also trying to put them on toes. I just know that, I just hope that eventually they will not tell her to take a bow and collect the, approve the budget. All these ones, it's good it's mentioning it, but the question is, after this whole observation, would there be adjustments? That's the real thing, because if she has brought the proposal, they should reject it and tell her to bring another one that is lower, because you can't be using 1 billion to Geneva, another many overhead costs that she's mentioning. And if they're taking a cue from what Peter Obi is saying, then Nigeria bit by bit will get there, because if she decides not to go with overbloated team, if there's any room for any issue of trying to add a overbloated budget to it so they can have that, it will be almost difficult for them to do that. But they need to do returns here and there. Let's also hope, really, in all sincerity, that you could call it oversight. I don't think she has been a minister of that magnitude, so you can excuse her on the grounds that maybe she really doesn't know exactly where and what to get the required data from. Let's give her a strong try. I believe that she has what it takes to do the needful, because that trade and commerce is very important to see how we can bring as much investors into the country as we can. That's going to wrap it up. Let's meet in that conversation. What's the take?